Coming up on this episode of The Road Trip. He said, where are you staying? Have you booked? I said, yeah, 12 Mile Lagoon. He said, you won't get that in there. Look at that. Yes. Okie dokie, part 2 to our road trip, and we've left the Tablelands, reloaded at Mareeba, punching north. We've just gone through Lakeland and refilled again, and our next stop is in Lakefield National Park, and I've booked a spot called 12 Mile Lagoon, and that's in the southern part of Lakefield National Park, just so it's easier to access and I'm not bashing my truck or the van as much. I've been on this Facebook chat group called Cape York and Back. Heaps of info, really, really good. So I've been asking a lot of questions about, can I get into this 12 Mile Lagoon? Because once you turn off the main road through Lakefield, which is Lakefield Road, it takes 10 k's to get to this site on the Normanby River. And a lot of info, well, there's very little info actually on 12 Mile Lagoon, and that's where I want to go because it looks like a big body of water, and we're in mid-September, and look outside, it's dry as hell. So I want heaps of water so we can have a crack at some fishing. And a few vans tried to get in there this season and couldn't make it, which makes me worried. Even when you book on the Queensland Parks website, it even says vans not appropriate, which made me start to stress. So I've been in contact with the local Laura police, and he reckons that it's you'll be able to get in. I don't know. So that's where we're at. We're going to try and get to 12 Mile Lagoon, where we've got a few days there where we're just going to set up, try and do some fishing, try and maybe catch some barras, and chill out. So watch this space. Pinstripes make the van look tough, right, love? But there's just a little dried out creek bed that looks a bit loose. Looks super loose. I'm not going to get through that. Yeah, that's real bull dust. That's really loose. I'm gonna have to drop some air out of the tyres because I'm towing full load. Stand by. Scrub. Am I looking? Yep. Oh, we made it. That was quite doable actually. Just had to take your time, I think, but that bull dust is so soupy. Towing a van, but it's manageable. There's heaps of room here, heaps of room. So this is site 6 at 12 Mile Lagoon. Heaps of room. You cracker, this is us for a few days. Yeah, nice spot. I'm stoked. Woo! Good morning. Just woken up and just come down for a quick flick. But, I don't know, it's a reminder. Croc slides. Just got to be wary. I don't know how big he would be, but pretty decent. What am I using? Abu Garcia, little bait caster on a 3 to 6 kilo rod, running 20-pound braid with a 50-pound leader, and that's a barra bomber, 120 mil in length, with a small bib. So we're only just really touching the top of the surface. He's good. He's good. He's a monster. Let's try and get him up. Oh, just got to get some pliers out. Bloody ripper. Oh, that was so much fun. So much fun. Yes! No, he spat it again. Spat it again. Yes. Yes. Gotcha. Gotcha. We'll bring him away from those weeds. This looks promising too. Maybe some little barra or little rats sitting in underneath these logs, sucking up anything that comes out of that dead pool. Little rats maybe sitting up in these logs, and I just pulled one out. I'll just walk back up a little bit away from this water. All right, mate. All right. I'll get you back in the water. Okay, mate. Dirty little rat. I just caught a barra in this spot about 45 minutes ago. So I'm coming back up. Thought I'd try this spot again. My second cast, and I just had a barra follow it in. So I thought I'd set up the camera. So if they're not biting, or if you're not getting any attention on your lure, change up the techniques. He wanted it faster. That's what he wanted. He just had a hit then. He wanted it faster. Next my retrieves up. Yep. He's a good fish, this one. We'll try and bring him back this way. No, I'm going to you. Don't jump. Oh, don't go there. He's still got some mungle in him, so don't go too hard. But I want to try and drag him up over that log. Not yet. Timing is everything. 1, 2, 3. Yee! Might get him off, and then we'll have a look at him. Look at that. on the Barra Bomber. Beautiful. Woo! That is awesome, awesome fun. It's getting hot. I wouldn't know what temp it is, but it's getting hot. So I might head back to camp and have a beer. First day down, and crack a day. I caught 9 barra today. So good. So dinner tonight is apricot and chili chicken. I don't know if you've tried it before, but I've cooked it a few times at home, and it goes together. Apricot and chili. Put a little bit of seasoning, so salt, pepper, hot chili flakes, a pinch of two chilies, and then that can of nectar, with 1 onion, and then I'm going to put these on the coals for 30 minutes just to get a head start. Alright, the chook's been going for about 30 minutes, so now I want to add all the veggies. I don't chuck the veggies in with the chook because I don't want it to go all soggy. Alright, that is a total hour cook, and it is going to be apricot chicken and chili, which is going to have a fair dinkum bite, but that's what we want. Put some sauce on it. We've got some garlic bread, and that is going to be a cracking dinner, and it's really, really easy. Like, check that out. It's going to be a cracker. Cracker. I was just fishing on this sandbar this morning, and on the other side of the river is, he's a pretty big lizard. And I didn't realise, shabang bang, one on the others on our side. Oh, good morning. Just having me second coffee for the morning. Just went down for a sneaky fish. Grabbed a little barry. So that was nice. So we're off grid for a few days here. So you need to keep an eye on your batteries. And as you can see, we're under the trees. So we don't have very much solar, which you have to manage. If I have a look at my Ranger, 56%, which is okay because it's a lithium. It's easier and quicker to charge, and I've only got the fixed solar panel on that, which is 160. Concern, 160 fixed on the Jayco. I'll bring up a snapshot of it. An app on my phone for the battery management. It's at 40%, which kind of is a concern because I have no solar because I'm under the trees. I can't plug my truck into the van and charge the battery. I can only charge that battery through 240 volt electricity or solar, which I think is problematic, especially when you want to go off grid for quite a while, and you need to rely on solar, and you can't get a full 8 hours solar, which I can't. So I'm dropping about 20% a day. About 20% a day off my battery. Just the good thing is the fridge is on gas. So how do we manage battery management while off grid? Things like put all your warm beers or your warm drinks into your fridge during the day so you can rely on that solar. make sure the kids aren't in and out of the fridge all the time. Here's another one. I turn my fridge up to 5 degrees overnight, and then I'll put it back down to 2 degrees during the day, again to rely on solar. So I've been out fishing and the girls have cooked a date loaf in the Trouble Buddy. Check that out. Looks bloody good. Morning. It's the last morning here at Lakefield, which is lucky because the battery in the van just ran out of juice. Meaning the battery management system is now dead. Even though the fridge runs on gas, the fridge won't work because I think it needs the BMS to work. So we'll just pack up a little bit earlier and we'll try and get to maybe Isabella Falls for brunch. We just need to get this van out of these trees and back into sunlight so it reboots, I hope. Hey, good to know, as soon as I backed the truck up and connected it to the van, the fridge turned back on again. So that's good news. Well, that's it. Lakefield National Park conquered. That was really enjoyable. I had a cracking time, I really did. Now we're going to get onto Battle Camp Road and punch east over to the coast to Hopevale, and then we'll go up north up to Elam Beach, where we're going to stay up there for a while. But Lakefield, really enjoyed it. I had a good time. It's hot though during the day, but it's really pleasant at night. But anyway, this is us done here for this episode. Thanks guys, Uru. Coming up on the next episode of our road trip. If I can't find a solution to this, we're going to have no water for the rest of the trip. That's a deal breaker. With the wife and daughter. Hey, hey little travel buddy.
Yeah, I'm here. Talk to me.
Looks deep, doesn't it?
You go out first.